sixth player of the year here. I have, of course, at number one, Mr. Six Man himself, Naz Reid. He's just gonna be the guy coming off the bench for the Wolves, and he's gonna score. And I think they're gonna need him a little bit more than they did last year. Now that they had a couple of people leave their team, and he's just so important to like the way they operate. And then the other guy I had at number two that I thought was like a pretty obvious pick that came to mind, DeAndre Hunter on the Cavaliers, because Max Strus is going to be out for the start of the season. He'll be their three, and then I think that will kind of bring his stats up pretty high. And then once Max Strus comes back, he'll revert to that kind of bench scoring role, which he filled in pretty well for the Cavs last year. So I think if he can continue that, he'll get a big look for this.
I would say my favorite, TJ McConnell. I feel like he's just been
Mm.
on this Pacers team for forever and has been playing incredibly well whenever he comes off the bench. And, I think he's great. I mean, especially backing up Andrew Nimhart, who I have a lot of faith in. Just might need that experience running the offense coming off the bench. So I would say next, second favorite, I think also is one of those guys that showed off just how important he is to this team in the playoffs, and I think will during the season. Josh Hart for the New York Knicks. Just so dependable and comes off the bench and always hustles so much, and just that guy that you can always depend on to rebound, not really score, but at least just get the offense flowing in a good way, getting the ball to someone who needs the ball, getting the rebound, and then just making the right decisions.
My dark horse was Josh Hart
Hey!
of the New York Knicks. Yeah, I worry about like a little bit of conflicting narrative with Jordan Clarkson now being there, who has won this award before. But I do think that Josh Hart being like such a Nick and embedded in kind of Nick culture and so like loved over the years will kind of give him the edge in that regard. So I do think that that'll work out in his favor. And I also think he's kind of an underdog because he's not like coming off the bench and giving you 20 points. And I feel like that's what they like to do with sixth player of the year. But I do think he obviously contributes to the game in meaningful and impactful ways.
Absolutely. And my underdog, but I think about it, is always in conversations somehow, is Bobby Portis for the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Because they are going to need him in his scoring, that's for sure. I mean, I trust Giannis. Miles Turner's looking good in the Bucks uniform. Everyone else, I don't trust. I really don't. And Bobby Portis has been there for years. I mean, crazy eyes himself. So the crowd loves him. He does a really great. He's a great spark coming off the bench as well. I just feel like he's one of those guys. Every time he comes in, I think he's a walking bucket.